There is no escaping the Michigan winter as temperatures continue to drop. Our friends at Muskegon Township Fire Department tell us there's been an influx of calls that come into the station in these frigid temperatures. A particular kind of call has stood out to them, people trying to thaw pipes out with heaters, and that has led to a fire. Fox 17's Olivia Yatuma learned more about the precautions we can take as we continue to face the cold weeks ahead.
Well, West Michigan, I'm here to say that it's very cold outside, and it's only going to get colder. Air temperatures are dropping to the single digits and actually later in the week into the negatives. So I never thought I'd say this, but it will be a good day if we're not below freezing. Let that sink in. In the meantime, I talked to the Muskegon Township Fire Department about how to stay safe and the precautions that they take in this cold weather.
We don't have the ability to take a snow day. So we're not going to not respond because it's 6 degrees outside.
Jack Wydek is a fire inspector with Muskegon Township Fire Department. And even though he's adapted to these Michigan winters, he says he won't ever get used to these frigid temps.
You have to be careful with everything when the temperatures are like this.
Jack stresses that the human body isn't designed for temps this cold, even firefighters.
Fighting fire, being inside in a lot of gear in a really hot environment, you're exerting yourself, you're sweating yourself. Now imagine doing all that for a half an hour and then coming out into 0-degree weather.
Chad Forward, engine operator with Muskegon Township, says this fluctuation is really taxing on their bodies.
We have to make sure that we prepare the equipment so that it's not compromised by the cold weather.
When it gets cold outside, it can help to let your faucets drip because moving water doesn't freeze as fast as standing water.
We have water in our pump all the time. So we are just making sure we're circulating that water from our pump back to our tank so that's always moving.
If pipes do freeze, they say that's led to even worse problems.
People have gotten their pipes frozen. People go underneath and try to thaw them out with heaters. And that has unfortunately led to some fires.
So they recommend using insulation wraps to avoid any damage and potential visits from the fire department.
When it's really cold in the winter, we rely on extra manpower, extra resources to put out a fire that, would normally take half the resources.
Again, as you're braving these cold temperatures, remember to dress warmly and just don't stay outside too long. The countdown to summer begins right now. Reporting in Muskegon, Olivia Yatuma, Fox 17 News.